Hello everybody! In this video I actually wanted to talk about how I made my own tarot deck. Okay, so since I started reading tarot, I've always been obsessed with all the drawings and the symbolism of tarot decks. So I really wanted to design my own tarot deck as well. And so this is my tarot deck. This is the bigger version and I actually printed out a smaller version of it as well, and here's the smaller version as well, so let me just show you that as well. I'll walk you through the steps that I took while designing this tarot deck. Okay, to start off, I want to talk about the tarot itself. First of all, we have Major Arcana. Major Arcana has 22 cards in total, and all of these cards actually have very different symbolism from each other, so you have to individually draw most of these things. Okay, these are like the sun, the lovers, or the star, the moon. These are major arcana. We also have minor arcana. Minor arcana has 56 cards, I believe, and there are 4 different types of these cards. These are wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. In the minor arcana, you will have more reoccurring symbolism and designs. There will be 2 of wands, and then 3 of wands, 4 of wands. It will continue like this. As an example, this is 4 of swords. And most of these symbolisms that we have on the cards actually give the cards different meanings as well, so this needs to be in your mind as you're drawing and designing your cards. Okay, after knowing the general tarot knowledge, you can talk about the dimensions, the design format, and what you need to know basically. So first of all, let's talk about dimensions. The standard tarot card dimensions are about like 7 centimeters to 12 centimeters, I believe, and these bigger cards are the same size as well. But for myself, I actually want to have a smaller deck as well, as I told you. The smaller cards are the same size as the regular card size. They are much more smaller, and I want to have them because I really like to carry small cards as well around when I wanna just go out somewhere and I wanna have a lot of things in my bag. So yeah, that's why I have these. And I'm sorry if some of my cards are reversed. I would recommend, if you're gonna do this, just do the regular size, which is 7 centimeters by 12 centimeters. Because I think it will be easier to practice, and it is much more easier to have a reading with these as well. Okay, after that, I think you need to decide if you want to go digital or traditional with your designs or drawings. So I used actually digital format. I used Procreate because it was easier, and I was just carrying my tablet around for a very long time, and mind you, this process will actually take a good amount of time, I believe, because for me it took almost 1 year of my time because I was doing a lot of other things in my time as well. So this was like a side project for me, so it took almost like a 1 year for me. But if you're gonna just speed it up, it can take about maybe, I don't know, 3 months. But I will actually recommend to just go slow. I use digital. I was carrying my tablet everywhere, so it was easier for me. But you can do this in Photoshop. I think you can use Canva as well. So many people use Canva for many things, and it is easier for many people, so you can do that. And you don't have to draw everything yourself as well. I saw a lot of people do collages and create incredible tarot decks as well. So you can do that as well. Just be mindful that you're not stealing anybody's art. So yeah, and then you're fine. Other than that, if you wanna do traditional, and I would suggest that you have a copy paper lying around, because you really want to copy some symbols like pentacles, swords, wands, because as I said in the start of the video, a lot of the symbols reoccur in many other cards as well, and I do not think that you would want to just redraw everything altogether, and this can actually be bad for your tarot deck as well. So I think you should be mindful of that. So if you can, I would highly suggest that you use a digital program. Okay, finally, to start off my process, I actually created a layout for my cards because some cards will have a bottom part. These are mostly major arcanas. And in here, there will be usually the names of the card, like the sun, the world, and yeah, stuff like that. However, the minor arcana cards usually will have just blank page for design, and then at the top you will have the number of your card. I created a layout for it to make it easier for me to draw inside of the borders. After creating the layout, I actually did some sketching and wanted to decide on the main character of my tarot deck. And you don't have to create a certain character or main character for your tarot deck, but deciding on a general style will help you, I believe. If you are designing a tarot deck for the first time in your life, I think it will be easier if you have a certain sort of design. And I personally really wanted to have a cute character, which kind of looks like a bug but has some skeleton features as well. And I really like this character because there was no gender expression or no certain type of way that it looked, because I really wanted to have a deck that did not have a very certain body type or gender type, because I think it makes it harder for me to read. So yeah, that was just my preference. You can do however you like. You can just do a cat, you can do a fox, you can just do girls. Whatever you like, you can do. But yeah, I wanted to do a cute bug. After that only comes the drawing process. And in here, I think I would highly suggest to look at the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, because looking at the Rider-Waite tarot deck actually helped me a lot while I was designing my own deck, especially since there's a lot of symbolism in the cards. And as I said, changing the symbolisms will change the meaning of the card probably, according to the reader. I don't know, some people just read it as the card's meaning, but I personally really look at the drawings of the cards as well, so be mindful of that, I will say. Yeah, so in Rider-Waite tarot deck, there's a lot of bodily expressions as well, like the magician just goes like this. Expressions like that is important when reading your tarot as well. So yeah, other than that, another thing I would say that, especially if you're doing this on a digital platform, I would highly suggest to just copy your main character and then just change the pose, because I think it makes the process really faster, and then you can just change how the poses look, because there's a lot of poses, because there's a lot of cards, and I think you don't have to draw all of them from scratch all the time, because that makes it harder, I think. And your character seems to be looking different each time as well, so I highly suggest that you just copy your character and then just change the pose. Okay, so then I just printed them out like this. This is an uncut version of it. So this is the front and this is the back. You need to be very careful to place the backs on the same lines as your front of your cards as well, to make sure that back of your cards will line perfectly with your front of your cards. And you can do this with, I think, many programs, with InDesign, with Photoshop. You can just check that they sit perfectly on top of each other. And sometimes the printer makes mistakes as well, so even if you just perfectly put them at the same line, it can be a little crooked. So I'm gonna talk about how you can fix that as well. You're just gonna print your designs onto your paper, and this paper is actually 350 grams, so it is much thicker, and this is a shiny paper as well. This makes it more durable to use, so I would highly suggest to go for a higher grams of paper when printing them out, and shiny paper just makes it better, I think. So yeah, so you can see that this is much more thicker than normal paper. So yeah, after that you just cut them out. In my bigger cards, I did not leave a white border on them, so I just cut the whole piece like this. In my smaller cards, I actually left a white border. So you can see both of the versions in this video and decide if you want to do a white border or you don't want a white border. And let's say you printed your cards out, everything is perfect, you like the design, but the back of your cards are not lined perfectly with front of your cards. In this bigger deck, I actually had that problem. The printer had an issue which did not occur in the smaller ones, so I don't know why that happened, but it just happened like that. So yeah, sometimes that just happens. And what I did was I actually printed the back sides onto a sticker paper. You just search for sticker paper, you can find them. They're not super expensive, I believe, so I just got them printed on a sticker paper and I just stick them in here. So if you have a problem like that, you can just fix it like that. Okay, and other than that, I don't think there is anything else left to say. So if you actually happen to design your own tarot deck, I hope this video will be helpful in some way or another, and I hope you enjoy your deck as well. Just make sure to go slow and enjoy your art, and yeah, create something that you love. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Bye!